Hi, during this lecture we will have a discussion on the concept of fuzzy relation. As we discussed during the last lecture, the concept of relation on classical sets, all these concepts can be extended to the domain of fuzzy sets also. Okay. A relation between two sets is a subset of Cartesian products of those two sets. In the same way, the fuzzy relation is also based on the Cartesian product of two fuzzy sets. We can perform Cartesian product of two fuzzy sets like this, that every element of the resultant fuzzy set is a pair of elements and membership function is determined with the help of this main function. Because in this pair there are two elements x and y, every element is having its own degree of membership. So the resultant degree of membership of this pair would be the minimum of these two degree of membership. For example, let us consider these two sets A and B and perform Cartesian product between A and B to get fuzzy set C. So these are the possible pairs for fuzzy set C. X1, Y1, its degree of membership will be minimum of these two degrees of membership. Okay. Degree of membership for X1 in set fuzzy set A is 0.6. Degree of membership for element Y in fuzzy set B is 0.5. Minimum of these two is 0.5. So it would be the degree of membership for pair X1, Y1. Okay. The next pair is X1, Y2. Individual degree of membership for X1 it is 0.6, for Y2 it is 0.8. So minimum of these two values 0.6. So this is the degree of membership for resultant pair. In the same way, we can determine the degrees of membership for all the pairs in this set. Okay. So as a result, we get a Cartesian product which can be represented with the help of a matrix also. Here we have all these possible pairs x1, y1, x1, y2, x2, y1, x2, y2 and so on, and these are their degrees of membership. Okay. So concept of fuzzy relation is a natural extension of ordinary relation as already mentioned. Okay. And it could be between two fuzzy sets or more than two fuzzy sets also. So if there are n fuzzy sets a1 to an, so relation among these fuzzy sets can be defined as follows, where every element of the fuzzy relation is a tuple having n elements. Okay. And every element, that is every tuple, has a degree of membership represented like this, and we can in more detail we can let us have an example. Suppose we have three sets A, B, C, so we can have a fuzzy relation over these three sets, and elements of that fuzzy relation would be these tuples x1, y1, z1, x1, y1, z2 and so on. And a lot of combinations are possible. So all these combinations or tuple are the elements of fuzzy relation. Okay. In the context of fuzzy sets, if you want to define a fuzzy relation between two fuzzy sets A and B, so degree of membership of every element is determined just like we determine the degree of elements for a Cartesian product. Okay? The fuzzy relation, we can represent it with the help of a matrix. Okay? For example, these are not sets, these are fuzzy sets. Okay, so we can represent the fuzzy relation with the help of a matrix where every element is a pair and degree of membership is determined with the help of min function, which takes the minimum value of the two degrees of membership for individual elements in the pair. Okay, so let us discuss an example. These are the two fuzzy sets A and B. There is a relation R, fuzzy relation R over A and B, which can be expressed with the help of this matrix. There are 3 elements in A and 4 elements in fuzzy set B. So we get a matrix of 3 by 4, and every element simply having a degree of membership which is obtained with the help of min function. Okay. So for element x1 y1 we obtain this degree of membership. Individual degree of membership for x1 0.3, for y1 it is 0.1, so resultant degree of membership would be 0.1. For x1 y2 we have to compare these two values, 0.3 and 0.5. Okay, 0.5 we obtain from here, so resultant value would be 0.3. In the same way we obtain the degrees of membership for all the pairs in this fuzzy relation, and finally the fuzzy relation is represented by this matrix. Okay, where every element is representing a degree of membership for a pair of elements, and these pair of elements are obtained from two fuzzy sets. Okay, so we can perform a number of operations on fuzzy relations like union, intersection, complement, containment, inverse, and all these operations are performed in the same way, exactly in the same way as we perform this operation in case of fuzzy sets. The procedure is exactly same, there is no difference. So I don't think that there is any need to discuss all these operations with the help of some examples, because we have already discussed these operations in detail in the context of fuzzy sets, and as far as fuzzy relation is concerned, all these operations are performed in exactly the same way. Okay, fuzzy relations follow some properties like commutativity, associativity, distributivity, identity, and De Morgan's law, and you can verify all these properties exactly in the same way as we verified them in the case of fuzzy sets. The procedure is exactly same, so that's why I am not repeating all these concepts with the help of examples. Okay, otherwise it would be boring for you. Okay, but if you need, I can explain through some other video. Okay, but there are some other important operations that are performed on fuzzy relations, and these are composition operations. Okay, these operations are very important, so we will discuss them in detail. Okay, suppose we have a fuzzy relation R on fuzzy sets A and B, and another fuzzy relation S between fuzzy sets B and C. So with the help of composition of relation, fuzzy relation R and fuzzy relation S, that is denoted by this. Okay, we can obtain another fuzzy relation between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set C. Okay, please note down that fuzzy relation R is between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set B. Fuzzy relation S is between fuzzy set B and fuzzy set C, and as a result of composition we can obtain a new relation between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set C. Okay. So elements of that resultant relation would be pairs having elements X and Z, where X is from set A and Z is from fuzzy set C. Okay. So two types of operations are most popular: max min composition and max product composition. Okay. So suppose T is the relation, T is the fuzzy relation that is obtained with the help of max min composition between fuzzy relation R and fuzzy relation S. Then the degree of membership for the elements of fuzzy relation T is obtained with the help of this mathematical operation. Okay. Symbolically we can represent it like this also, where V is representing max operation and V's is representing min operation. That is, for a particular pair of elements we have to find out all possible combination through which we can obtain this pair in a transitive manner. Okay, and degree of membership is obtained through this max and min operations. It would be clear more with the help of an example. So let us discuss that example. Suppose we have two fuzzy sets, rather three fuzzy sets: A having two elements x1, x2, B with three elements y1, y2, y3, and fuzzy set C with two elements z1 and z2. A fuzzy relation R is defined between A and B with the help of this matrix. The degrees of membership for pairs in this relation R are given here. For pair x1, y1 it is 0.5, pair x1, y2 it is 0.6, pair x1, y3 it is 0.9, and so on. In the same way we have a fuzzy relation S between fuzzy sets B and C, and these are the degrees of membership for the pair in fuzzy relation S. For pair y1, z1 it is 0.1, for pair y2, z1 it is 0.7, for pair y3, z2 it is 0.4. Okay, now we want to obtain a relation between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set C. So what should be the size of matrix that represents the third fuzzy relation which is obtained with as a composition of fuzzy relation and R and fuzzy relation S? It would be between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set C. So there are two elements in fuzzy set A and also two elements in fuzzy set C. So the matrix that would represent that relation must have a size of 2 by 2. Okay, as in case of fuzzy relation R, it is between fuzzy set A and fuzzy set B. The size of matrix representing this relation is 2 by 3, and fuzzy relation S is between fuzzy set B and C, so size of the matrix is 3 by 2. So in the same way, if we obtain a third relation as a composition between fuzzy relation R and fuzzy relation S, so it would be a matrix having a size 2 by 2. Okay, so let us discuss how this composition is performed. Okay, suppose T is that relation that is obtained as a composition operation. So possible elements are x1, z1, and it would be obtained through transitive operations. One possibility is that we take elements x1, y1 from relation R and y1, z1 from relation S. So resultant element would be x1, z1. Okay, y1 is the common element, so resultant element would be x1, z1. Okay, another possibility is that we have x1 by 2, and from fuzzy relation S we have y2, z1. So common element here is y2. So again the resultant element would be x1, z1. Another possibility x1, y3 and y3, z1. Sorry. So resultant element would be again x1, z1. So these are the three possible combinations through which we can obtain the pair x1, z1 with the help of transitive operation. Okay. So we have to consider all such combinations, okay, to obtain the degree of membership for that particular pair. So for every combination we have to perform min operation between their degrees of membership. So for this combination, let the degree of membership for x1, y1 is 0.5, for y1, z1 it is 0.1. Okay, combination number 2, x1 by 2, degree of membership 0.6, y2, z1 degree of membership 0.7 here, and for third one x1, y3 degree of membership 0.9, and y3, z1 it is 0.2 here. So now take the minimum of these two values. From here we get 0.1, this gives us 0.6, and here we obtain 0.2. So three values are obtained. Now take maximum of these three, which is 0.6. It would be the degree of membership for the pair x1, z1 in fuzzy relation T. Okay, in the same way we have to obtain the degree of membership for all the possible pairs. Next pair would be x1, z2. So consider which combinations are possible through which we can obtain this pair x1, z2. One is x1, y1, z2, x1, y2, z2, x1, y3, z2. So with the help of these three possible combinations we can get the pair x1, z2. Okay, so all such combinations we have to consider, and we have to perform min operation between the degrees of membership all these pairs. Okay, so for x1, y1 it is 0.5, y1, z2 0.9, okay, and so on, 0.5, 0.9. Second pair x1, y2, z2, x1, y2 0.6, y2, z2 0.3, 0.6, 0.3. The third one x1, y3 0.9, y3, z2 0.2. So 0.9, y3, z2 it is 0.4. Okay, So maximum of these three is 0.5. Okay, so as a result we get degree of membership for pair x1 z2. In the same way we can obtain the degrees of membership for all the possible pairs in relation T, and this is the final matrix which is representing the fuzzy relation T. As mentioned earlier, it is a matrix of size 2 by 2 giving the degrees of membership for all possible pairs. For x1 z1 it is 0.6, x1 z2 0.5, x2 z1 it is 0.2, x2 z2 it is 0.4. Okay, now you might be wondering that why are we studying all these things? All these concepts are important and they have real applications. Okay, so let us consider one such example, one such application. Okay, suppose we have three sets, three fuzzy sets rather. Fuzzy set D, it is representing the diseases typhoid, flu and cold. Fuzzy set S is representing the set of symptoms. Okay, these symptoms are temperature, runny nose, headache and cough. And we have a set of patients. Okay, we have 4 patients, P1, P2, P3 and P4. We have a fuzzy relation R between symptoms and diseases. Okay, like typhoid is likely to have high fever and possibility of runny nose is low, possibility of headache is very high, and there is a fair chances of cough also. So these are the symptoms representing the disease typhoid. In case of flu, there should be high temperature, runny nose is least likely, headache is possible, and we may have cough also. In case of cold, temperature is least likely, runny nose chances are very high, there could be headache also, and we have high chances of cough. Okay, so these are the symptoms for diseases. Now we have another relation T between patients and symptoms. Patient 1 is having high temperature, runny nose is not that much, having headache and little bit of cough also, like this. So in this way we are representing this fuzzy relation between patients and symptoms. Now we have to find out which patient is most likely to have which particular disease. So just perform a composition between these two relations, so we would get another relation between patients and diseases. Okay, we have a relation, a fuzzy relation between patients and symptoms, another fuzzy relation between symptoms and diseases, and we desire a third relation between patients and diseases, so that we could identify which particular patient is most likely to have which particular disease. So just perform a composition operation between these two fuzzy relations and we obtain a third relation like this between patients and diseases. So we perform max min composition exactly as we discussed earlier, and we obtain a matrix representing the fuzzy relation between patients and diseases. So as a result, we get this matrix, and according to this matrix, patient 1 is most likely to have flu, patient 2 is most likely to have typhoid, patient 3 is most likely to have cold, and patient 4 is most likely to have flu. So this is just an example of possible application of these concepts. Okay, and this is not the only application. We have many such applications, and these concepts are being used actually in the industry. Like electronic appliances, in your washing machines, in your the microwave oven. Many electronics products are there where you could find out that concepts of fuzzy set theory are being used. Okay, so a lot of application areas are there: image processing, pattern recognition, electronic appliances, medical science. A lot of applications areas are there. Okay, so these are some properties followed by this max min composition, that is max min composition between from R to S is not same as S to R. Okay, if you perform a composition between R and S, then you may get a different result when you perform a composition between S and R. Okay, if you take reverse of this composition, it would be same as if you take the composition of, that is, inverse of S and inverse of R. It follows this property, distributivity. Okay, another technique for composition of relations is max product, which is represented by this symbol. Here min operation is simply replaced by multiplication. That is, you have to take all possible composition for a particular pair. That is, in here the resultant pair is XZ. So all such combinations through which you can obtain this pair XZ, you have to find out and perform multiplications between their degrees of membership. You would obtain multiple values, then take maximum of those values as a resultant value for that particular pair. Okay, so it is performed in exactly same manner as we perform max min composition. Only difference is that min operation is replaced by multiplication. Okay, so that's all for today. These are the references that you can follow for all these concepts. Okay, thank you.